Hello, my friends. I'm Chris Biffle, aka Coach B. It's September 9th, 2013. This is the first week of our 13-week masterclass. Every week we're going to focus on one technique, really go into depth with it, give you lots of time to practice, and show you different levels of implementation. Really excited to have you all here tonight from all across the country. We've got some people from Mexico tuning in. Here's our screen. Let me adjust our screen just for a second. Coming up a little bit. Brand new graphics. How are you liking the graphics, my friends? So, Whole Brain Teaching Masterclass Week 1 Attention Getters. That's what we're doing tonight. Program 557. A little bit about whole brain teaching. But the first thing we want you to do, folks, is go out there and get the book. Here is Biffy Bluebird. And don't eat or sleep until you buy this at Amazon.com. Love to hear where you're from. Let me hear from you, my friends. Where are you from? I'm going to make some more adjustments to my screen. Just give me a second here. A few more adjustments. There we go. So tell us where you're from, my friends. Week 1 Attention Getters. Whole Brain Teaching, 100,000 registered members, 4 million views on YouTube, 10 million pages downloaded. We are one of the world's most popular education websites. And here are two of my little Bluebird friends. What if someone wants a copy of these slides or professional development credit? Easy breezy. Details are at the end of the program. Yeah, we'll show you how to get a copy of the slides. Let's jump right into it. Rookie Attention Getter. Here's what we're doing tonight. We're focusing on attention getters in 3 flavors: Rookie, Pro, and All-Star. Let me just poll my audience for a second, my friends, and see how people would rate themselves. How many rookies do we have out there? How many pros? How many all-stars? I'm going to take a drink of California Clear to see what you have to say. Rookies. Oh, rookies, we love you. There's a pro, says Blizzard. Rookie, definitely. Pro, says Nancy. Rookie on the way to pro. All right. Well, let's move you up from rookie to pro. And Mrs. Shipley, you're a bold all-star. Here we go. Move you up from rookie to pro. All right, let's start at the rookie level. Here's the deal. I'm going to take a look at this, and when you want your students' attention, you say or do class or a variation of it, classity class, class a doodle do. and your kids say yes or yesity or yes-a-doodle-do, and the students should look at you with their hands folded. And they're going to forget to fold their hands, so remind them to fold their hands. Let's see how many people out there are using who's using the rookie level. Let me know. Are you reminding kids to fold their hands? And are you using a lot of variety? Now, you're not really a highly advanced rookie unless you're using a lot of variety. Everybody with me? All right, let's go back to our rookie level. Now, here's the deal. This is your mastery challenge. I want you to use Class Yes with variations at least 20 times per day, and I want you to mark them on a tally sheet. I'll show you the tally sheet at the end. This is just to get the rookie down with lots of variations. I'd like to know who's going to take this mastery challenge and really set out to get the rookie level right. If the kids have their hands full of pencils, you teach them, put the pencil down and fold your hands. Whatever they're doing, show them the wrong way and then the right way. It is okay just to jump in, but use a tally sheet. All right. I got a weird idea. Let's do it right. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so exciting about this masterclass. We're going to show you in baby steps how to get to teaching heaven. All right. Now, let's look at a few more screens here. There's your mastery challenge. And if you don't know, here's how you start your attention getter. When I say class, you say yes, and then say class, and they say yes. However I say class, you say yes, class, class. Students say yes, yes, classity, classity. Mix it up, have some fun. If they're not smiling, my friends, you are not activating their whole brains. Let's just talk about that for a second. My friends, deep inside the brain, it's an emotional center called the limbic system. We want to get kids' emotions involved. And if they're smiling, their limbic system is activated. Their smile center is on. Look at the screen. Here's how to do the little routine with you and your kids. Next screen. Why is Class Yes important? Class Yes gives the teacher a simple, entertaining technique to gain students' attention over and over again. You can't teach until your students are listening. Obviously. Now here's your variations. You could even take notes tonight, my friends. A high voice or low voice, fast or slow, comic or serious. Repeat it once or many times. And you use Class Yes at the rookie level for all kinds of stuff. Start a lesson, reduce the hubbub, crowd control before entering or leaving class, interrupt a class activity. That's what you use the Class Yes for. And check it out. Here is the pattern. You are the red box. Your kids are the mauve box. You start with class, using variations. They say yes. You speak briefly. You clap twice and say teach. They say okay. And they teach each other over and over what you said, and then you go around again. Let's see if we've got any questions on the rookie level. Because we're not stopping at the rookie level, my friends. Au contraire. We're climbing all the way up to all-star. You could do class we. What about a lecture? We don't lecture. We speak in brief units, have kids teach each other, and then call them back. If you're lecturing, you may be losing your kids. We say the longer you talk, the more kids you lose. I taught college, and I lost them until I started breaking it down into small pieces that they could say to each other. That's right, Jeff Battle. No, you do not use smileys or unhappy faces for every class yes. You should average about 20 smileys or 20 frownies a day total. Giselle, good to have you online. And Class A and C for Spanish is fine. Folks, if you're not looking at the big screen, Nancy, remind people how to get to the big display. You're right, Lakin. When they cannot repeat what you've said too much. That's your comprehension test. All right. Now, I'm getting ready to go to the pro level, but I'm not quite there yet. Let's just look at one more note here. Very important. Here's the note. It's normal to have to say class several times, especially if your kids are energetically teaching each other. Throw in hands and eyes when you want to get the attention of the last few. Let's go over that point. Your kids are teaching each other, and they're not quite focused on you. So you say, hands and eyes, and you'll get a few more. Veterans, you must be using the class yes a few times and then hands and eyes to bring it together. Yes, Heather, it does work great. That's right, Class Dojo, you got some negatives in there. All right. Don't worry about the chatterers yet. We are not to the master class week about what to do about the chatterers. Your first job in the early weeks of instruction is to get everybody organized behind you who will get organized behind you. So we're worried too much about the kids who won't, and we haven't helped out the kids who will. You know, you could write that down. Help the kids who will, and that is going to give you some leverage on the kids who won't quite yet. All right. Now, everybody ready for the pro level? Who's ready for the pro level? I'm drinking some California Clear. All right. 28 classes a week, we got you covered. Now understand that you're going to practice this stuff for a week until next week. Chris Rexted's ready to rock and roll, and I am too. Let's go. First to my screen. Then I'm going to bring up the pro level. The pro level of attention getters. Here's how it works. When you want your students' attention, you say, class, boom, and quickly fold your hands. The kids say yes, boom, and they look at you with their hands automatically folded. And that will move you up. Let's see who's on board. Anybody, any of my veterans out there, have you tried the class boom yet, Giselle? Lindsay, good to have you online. The boom works wonders. It does work, Budsley. Lindsay, you're right, they love it. So this is what it looks like. Class, boom. They love to do that. Yes, boom. If you give them something they love to, I'm taking off the glasses. Here it goes. Newbies, when the coach takes off his glasses, it's a big deal. If you give them something they love to do, like class boom, check it out. They'll do it. Why? Because their emotions are involved. Put the glasses back on. Oh, that was an exciting point. You know, I take the glasses off because I'm afraid I'll get so excited I'll just rattle the glasses right off my nose. All right, class boom. Now, question for my online audience. Do you think you should use some variety with the class boom? That's a yes or no question, my friends. I'm going to take a shot while you answer. Should we use variety? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see, the problem is not with the technique, but we're not using the technique. We're slipping back into the traditional education. Here's the gesture for traditional education. Here's the gesture. Traditional education. See? That's our gesture. All right, let's keep going with the pro level. Go into my screen. And here's my point. You also have a mastery challenge with the pro level. Use class boom with variations at least 10 times per day. Class a boom, class chicka boom, class boom shaboom. And note these with the tally sheet. I'll explain the tally sheet in a second. Let's have our online audience help us out with variations on class boom. It's got to have class in it, and it's got to have boom in it, but other than that, the sky's the limit. What do you got? Class boom, boom, boom. Class boom, chicka boom. Class small boom, class big boom. Class baba boom. Yes. Boom, ba, boom, boom. Now, what we suggest is get the rookie down and then try the pro. You've got a week. You're going to be in class. But mark on the tally sheet. Keep track. Class Biffy boom. Oh, how about, I thought that was Biffy boom. Come on. Boomtastic boom. All right. Very good. Now, let's continue forward with the pro level. Here's what it looks like. You say class boom with your hands folded. They say yes boom with their hands folded. And the pattern is the same. That's the pro attention getter. Class Boom is a great change of pace. It amps up the fun and gets those hands folded. All right. Any questions about Class Boom? Now, my friends, by the end of the broadcast, I'm going to stress rehearsals. A rehearsal is when you stop and practice something. So you stop your teaching, you say, all right, let's practice the Class Boom. Here we go. Class Boom. See? Yes, boom. Just stop for 15 or 20 seconds and maybe mark the scoreboard a little bit. Oh, not quite fast enough. Oh, good job. How often do you need to practice the forehand in tennis? So instead of teaching along and watching kids fumble the technique, just stop and practice, and we'll show you. I'm taking off my glass now. We will show you the brand new technique that we have for getting your rebel kids to go along much quicker than we ever have before. Anybody out there got any rebel kids? Kids who are either disruptive or unengaged or both. I'm taking a drink. Here's to you. I am going right now because I'm going to help you with the rebel kids. It's brand new and it's really good. But I'm going right now. My friends, are you ready for the pro level? Am I going too fast for you? You're ready for pro. We got the rookie, because we will review later. All right. Going comma, good to have you online. All right. Here's the pro. Well, you know what? We already did the pro. I'm talking about the all-star. Tell me I'm still cool. Because when we make a mistake, that's what we say. I'm not going to do the pro. I just did the pro. I'm talking about the all-star. Are you ready for the all-star? Thank you. Here's the all-star. First, I'm going to my screen. And I'm going to bring up the all-star. And there it is. All-star attention getters. When you want your students' attention, you say or do, you call out 9 times 3, boom. Or definition of a prime number, boom. Or the letter after A, boom. And the kids respond with the correct answer. Like 27, boom, or a prime number can only be divided by 1 in itself, boom. And the students look at you with their hands automatically folded. This is a big point. As soon as possible, use this to replace other attention getters. Review the hardest core knowledge. Here's the beauty of having a bunch of teachers online. My friends, tell us your grade and one piece of core knowledge that your kids need hundreds of reps on. Now, I would say in math, anything to do with 7, 8, or 9, they can't get too many reps on that. Doubles addition, math facts, 7 times 8 or 5 times 6. The letter K sound, numbers in the teens, multiplication facts, literary elements, money, any power pick concept. Here's the amazing thing, my friends. We know that the kids need the repetitions, just the simple repetitions. We're not talking about a skill here. We're talking about core knowledge. They need the repetitions. You know they need the repetitions. The reason they don't get it is they didn't have enough reps. Give them the reps. Farah, how many times a day could you conceivably use core knowledge instead of class yes? Let's see what Farah has to say. How many times a day? Notice Mrs. Shipley when she comes up here, taking a drink. 40 to 50 times a day, says Mrs. Shipley, and she's a fireball down there in Texas. Sarah Metter, you're teaching them probably just for an hour and 90 minutes. How many reps of core knowledge could you get in by using the all-star attention getter? See, I don't think you even know how many times you use an attention getter. If you start making tally marks, I think you could hit 70 to 100. 10 easy in 50 minutes to infinity and beyond, says Chair Morrow. All right, let's keep exploring. Yes, in a day. The charts will shock us. You are right, my friend. All right, now, let's keep exploring the all-star level here. Here is your mastery challenge. In one day's teaching, use rookie, pro, and all-star attention getters equally. No fewer than 20 times total. Keep track with a tally sheet. You're really at the all-star level when you can start doing this stuff with variety and not having to think about it. An all-star plays a good game almost automatically. And here's what it looks like. You say 3 times 9, boom. They say 27, boom. Get to this as quickly as you can because your kids need the reps. It's crucial to use the all-star attention getters as soon as possible because after all, you're trying to teach kids stuff, especially hard stuff that has to be reviewed over and over. Now, my question is, who feels like even after 28 minutes, they've got a little bit more of a grasp on rookie or a little bit more of a grasp on pro? Have you learned anything tonight? Yeah. You know why? Because we're just talking about such little stuff, just a little bit at a time. And could we do that for 13 weeks? Yeah. 1 week at a time, 13 weeks for mastery. All right, let's just check this out. How many people have never used class boom and are now think they're good enough to try it? How many newbies with class boom are gonna give it a try? Tomorrow, me. Tomorrow. Yes. Yes. All right. That's great. See? That's a revolution right there, my friend. Start marking variety on your tally sheet. If you say it 10 times in a row, I'm taking my glasses off. If you say class boom 10 times in a row the same way, I guarantee you that you will not get as many kids booming on the 10th time as you did on the first time. It's called habituation. If we repeat the stimulus exactly the same over and over again, we will not get the same response over and over again. A fancy technical word for it is they get bored. So, mark your variations on your tally sheet. All right, let's keep going. Now, here's the big screen. This puts it all together. Rookie, pro, and all-star on one stinking screen. The whole big picture. And here are the mastery challenges on one screen. I can even, through the technological magic at my command, I can bring in this much tighter so you can really see the mastery challenges. With tally marks, with tally marks, with tally marks. Now, here is the tally mark system. Check it out. You can make one of these. There's the key to mastery. Keep track of what you're doing. Can I get any agreement on this radical idea that in order to master any skill, we should practice it repeatedly and keep track of what we're doing? Use the tally mark system all the way, Budsley. I'm taking a drink. There's even better stuff coming. I'm telling you that right now. Tally ho, that's good. Clipboard is fine. Keep yourself accountable. Our biggest problem in classroom management is the one who's doing the managing. Nancy, would you remind me to remember that? The biggest, glasses off, the biggest problem in classroom management is the one who's doing the managing. We're engaging in behaviors that create disruption. Isn't that odd? That's very odd. I'm taking them off again. I just got to stop right here. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. This is going to shock you. We do not change the behavior of our kids, academically or socially, by telling them what to do. Now let that sink in for a second. We do not change the behavior of our kids. We do not improve the behavior of our kids academically or socially by telling them the right thing to do. And that's all we do, is we tell them the right thing to do. No. I could not improve your ability as a tennis player by telling you the right way to serve. We improve students' academic and social abilities by getting them to rehearse and repeat and practice that narrowly focused skill. Stop telling. Start rehearsing. There's another motto for us. Stop being a teller and be a creator of rehearsals. You've got kids who are doing some stuff that's wrong. Stop. Have them rehearse that as the wrong behavior. Then rehearse the right behavior. And praise them. Okay. Everybody with me on rehearsal? Yes, I think you are. All right, let's get back to our screen. Here is our tally sheet for attention getters. And here's a little picture of me. My hands folded. Practice, my friends, practice. Use the tally sheet system, perfect one strategy per week, and in 13 weeks, when this master class is completed, you'll be breathing the sweet, intoxicating, heart-inflaming air of teacher heaven. This is what's new about what we're doing, and Chris Rexted will tell you it's new. One technique a week. You now know enough to do rookie, to do pro, to do all-star, and keep track. Use your variety. That's all you got to work on for a week. A week's practice of attention getters moving towards the all-star. I haven't talked about anything else. I've just talked about how to get attention. Haven't talked about the scoreboard. Haven't talked about the super improvers team. Haven't talked about oral writing. We only have 240 units, and I'm just taking the first 13 between now and Christmas. All right. Now, more good stuff coming at you. I hope that you're sitting down, because it's going to get exciting. There's Mrs. Berger. Attention getters are groovy, but how do I fit them into my lesson plans? Miss Berger, let me tell you, I'm thinking of the answer, the WBT lesson planner. Well, I'd just love to see it, Coach B. Miss Berger, here it is. There's your lesson planner. Write down some attention getters. Stick to 2 sentences for your micro lecture. And then write down how you're going to do your Teach OK. There's your lesson plan right there. Now, I will get to the micro lecture. I'll get to the Teach OK. I just want you to focus on this column right here. Write your attention getters down. Check them off. I'd like to know, who is digging to the max that WBT lesson planner? You see the simplicity of it? Now, you say, can we download this? Yeah. We're going to give you a chance at getting a copy of tonight's webcast. A copy. And I'm throwing in a bonus. Never given a bonus before. Yeah. All right, let's keep going, because it gets better. We have a new way to help the kids who don't go along. I'm almost there. Let me go to my screen. Now, here we are. And here is Mr. JJ Jive. What about the kids who don't go along, Coach? What about them? We all got kids who don't go along, Coach. What are you going to do about them, Coach? JJ Jive, just listen to me. I'm a listening coach. I'm just a hoping and a listening coach. Huge point coming. Huge point coming. Biggest point of the night. I'm just going to get up in your face. Who's ready for the brand new technique of what to do about the kids who don't go along? Even with the attention getter, what can you do? Yes, put the gestures on the lesson plan. I'm taking a drink. I just don't feel the energy. I may just sit here and drink for a while. Oh, that was good. Maybe I kind of feel like cutting the lawn or something like that. Are you really? I mean, if there was more people speaking in capitals, I think I would feel the desperation. But there's very few people speaking in capitals. Here come some capitals. Yes, all of a sudden the capitals come down. This is so good. This is so good. I'm so happy for you. Here it is. Stop with the capitals. Here it goes. Huge point. I'm going to my screen. I'm laying it out for you as plain can be. Rehearse attention getters 5 times a day. I'll talk about that in a second. Note your leaders and your rebels. After each rehearsal, pick 5 to 8 kids as a leadership team. No more than 2 rebels. Stand next to the weakest rebel. Then have the leadership team rehearse attention getters. Praise any improvement by the leaders and rebels, because there's now no place for the rebels to hide. Let's talk about this point by point. 1, 5 times a day, if you're in elementary school, just stop for a minute and rehearse the attention getters. I want you to show me the wrong way to respond to class yes. The wrong way to respond to class boom. The wrong way to respond to 9 times 7. Good. Now let's rehearse the right way. Practice, practice, practice 5 times a day, 1 minute. Now, as you're doing this, look at your class. You got some kids who are leaders that go through a wall for you, and got some kids who are rebels. Just see who they are. Once you know who they are, then after that first 1 minute rehearsal, pick a mixture of leaders and rebels. No more than 2 rebels. Outnumber them by 3, 4, 5, or 6 leaders. And then say, all right, now let's see how the leadership team does. You could have them stand up if you want. Go stand next to your weakest rebel. Let me just pause there on that point. Let me pause on standing next to the weakest rebel. Do you see? If you stood next to the weakest rebel, it would be harder for that rebel to rebel. The leadership team, Andre Dash, everybody stands up. You, and you. You can start with having them sit down. You can start with having them stand up. It's your call. Leaders and rebels standing together. You don't say, you're a rebel, you're a leader, you're a rebel, you're a leader. Oh no, that's going to make the rebels more rebellious to know that they're not leaders. You just pick some out. 1 or 2 rebels, lots of leaders. And you say, all right, now let's see how the leadership team does. Go stand next to your weakest rebel. Why don't you stand next to your strongest rebel? Taking the glasses off. Because solve the easiest to solve problems first. And the easiest to solve problem in a group of rebels is the weak rebel. All right, let's go back to that screen. Proximity. Here we go. Here's the screen again. Stand next to the weakest rebel, then have the leadership team rehearse attention getters. Praise any improvement by the leaders and rebels. And it's going to be so much harder for your rebels because they're not hidden in the big group of people who are not quite leaders. Tell me if you dig the leadership team concept. Who's digging it? Taking a drink. Yes, Carolyn loves it. Totally dig it. Yes. Yes. And do not point out who's who. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Don't pick the same rebels all the time. Listen to me. Don't pick the same rebels all the time. Do not pick the same leaders all the time. Jeff Battle, I knew you'd love it. It's righteous, isn't it? Yes. Yes, Gwen. So when I have my leadership team up, you say, all right, let's see how the leaders do. Class. And they'll go, yes. Say, class, boom. And they'll say, yes, boom. 9 times 4, 36. You see? Chris Rexted, have you tried the leadership team yet? I'd be intrigued to see what you can do with this. Do it after every rehearsal. 30 seconds for the whole group rehearsal, 30 seconds for the leadership rehearsal, and get on with business because you got 4 more to do for the rest of the day. Giselle, have you got it now? ELLs in language, that's fine. You're just saying one word. They're just having to say one word back to you. The rehearsal follow-up. All right. Now, I'm going to do a whole program on leadership team, but I think you see the beauty of it. All right, my friends, that was the biggie. Here's the summary. Summary. Rookie, class, yes, with variations. Pro, class, boom, with variations. All-star, core, info, boom. 5-a-day rehearsals. Use the leadership team and use the tally sheet. You have your homework for next week. Let me see. Let me show you the screen. There it is. There it is, the whole summary. Now here's Mrs. Linenthal.
Hi, Coach. Gosh, attention getters sound great. But how could I get professional development credit for this broadcast and a copy of these slides?
Miss Linenthal, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling a lot better, Coach. I had kind of a raspy throat last week, but I just feel like I'm singing like a canary tonight with this great stuff.
Miss Linenthal, it's always good to have you online. Here, my friends, is how you can get a copy of these slides. Go to wholebrainteaching.com. You might be there already. Click on the PayPal button and donate $5.57. Before long, sometimes within minutes, you'll get an email with a professional development certificate and a PDF copy of these slides. There is the professional development certificate. There's the front side, and there's the back side. Let me explain to you how to do this, my friends. Right here, I'm showing you the Whole Brain Teaching. I'll go to the Whole Brain Teaching website. Boom, I'm going to go here to the Whole Brain Teaching website. And right here, there's the PayPal box. $5.57. I'd love to give it to you for free, but these webcasts cost us about $350 a month. So we're just trying to break even. So $5.57 for this week, $5.56 for last week. And here's the special deal that we got. Special deal for you. Here's what I'm going to do. Listen to me. When this broadcast is over, anybody who sends in the 557 within 15 minutes, I will get you back within half an hour today. Now remember, if you're not watching this live, it's not going to work. But today is September 9th. When the broadcast is over, get it to me within 15 minutes and I'll get it back to you within half an hour. All right, we got a few more points and a goodie, a bonus offer. Tell you what I'm going to do. I can't believe I'm doing this. Don't stop me, though. If you order the Attention Getters download, you're going to get a bonus download, Introduction to Whole Brain Teaching. See? Let me teach your kids Class Yes, Mirror Words, Scoreboard, Hands and Eyes, Teach OK, and Switch. I'm going to give you 2 downloads tonight. And the second one, Intro to Whole Brain Teaching, is groovy because I'm going to show your kids how to do whole brain teaching. And whether you're watching live or later, the offer still stands. 2 for 1 tonight, my friends. Next week, week 2 masterclass, 100% student engagement. Golly, that's what we're doing next week. We're going to spend a week practicing our attention getters, then we're going to practice our mirrors. And if you want an OnSide seminar, send me an email. I got some colleagues across the country, Sarah Metter, Jeff Battle, Lindsay Roush, Andre, who'd be happy to come to your site and give you a seminar. And one last time, take a look at whole brain teaching for challenging kids. All right, my friends, 2 for 1 offer tonight. Never done that before. Now, if you're one of our pros and you want to put a link in, we have some Facebook pages. That's great, Gonkama. Mrs. Shipley, why don't you put in the link to your great Facebook page? Giselle, put it in. Yes, Sarah Metter. Credit card, unfortunately, we don't have a credit card ability. Jeff Battle, put in the link to your Facebook page. Andre, do the same thing. I'm so happy, Andre Desch, for you. What fun you're going to have. New Jersey coming up. The PayPal is, I'll show it to you again. PayPal is right here. It's at wholebrainteaching.com. Just underneath, see, there's our videos. Right here. And the clock hasn't started yet, my friends. Any questions? That's great, Gonkama. Everything in the webcast tonight is in the download. In fact, all I did was just show the download. So everything you saw tonight, the charts, it's all there. You get what I had. We got lots of advertisements going on here for teachers who want to help you for free. Yes, let's get Kansas going, Sarah Metter. You know, the rest of the class is watching the leadership team, and when they're done, give them a 10-finger woo. Woo. Giselle, can't wait. I'm going to send you an email and help you out. If you did the PayPal, I'm going to wait 15 minutes, and then I'm going to start sending out the double bonus. Tonight's webcast and Introduction to Whole Brain Teaching. That's great. Your 4-year-old. Well, my friends, who's up for a week, 1 week of practicing our attention getters with a tally sheet? Because I want you to report in how it went next week. Who's in? That's good. See, let's just go along together here and just kind of take baby steps, and we'll end up in teaching heaven. Little by little, get to that all-star level. Isn't it exciting to feel like I can't wait till tomorrow? I mean, golly. All right, my friends, I love you so much. I do ask for continued prayers for my family. We are having health issues, and I thank you so much for those prayers. I will see you in a week, and I'll think about you all week. So it's Coach B signing off. Power to the teachers. Let your names and places pour down the screen. Where are you from and what do you teach? Where are you from and what do you teach, my friends? What grade? This is the roll call of states. Albuquerque, Panama, wow, Massachusetts, Salem, Concord, St. George, Utah, Blythe, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Alberta, Canada, Painesville, Ohio. You're changing the world, my friends, and I'm just tagging along behind. We'll see you next week for the next week's assignment, 100% student engagement. That might be pretty cool. See you in a week, my friends.